Hi everyone and welcome back to a brand new piercing video. Oh my gosh, can I quickly just say thank you and hello and welcome to all of the new subscribers and followers I have had over the last couple of days. My last video reacting to piercings gone wrong has gone like crazily big, like for me over such a short amount of time. So welcome to all the new people and hello, I'm Roly. Come and follow me on my Twitter and my Instagram, links down below, and like come and join the fun there as well. But thank you for subscribing. And so this is the piercing FAQ. So basically I go on Twitter and I go on Instagram and I ask for any of your piercing questions, anything related you want to know, and I answer them in these videos. So yeah, let's get on with the video. If you had to give a piercing to someone you dislike, what would you give them? Wow, what a vindictive question. I would say, oh my gosh, so I would probably give like a nasolang piercing to someone, which is like a piercing that goes sort of like through here, like through your nose here, and it goes through the really hard bit of cartilage. It's really painful. Maybe I'll do like a reaction video to people getting pierced like with painful piercings. Maybe that's a good idea. Should I do a reaction video to kind of like painful piercings? That'd be cool. Can you make up a piercing that doesn't exist and name it? Ooh! I don't think there is something that doesn't exist. My piercing that I'm gonna make up is called Death. It's basically a bar that goes through here and comes out here. Why is it called Death, you ask? Why is it? Because once you get it done, you dead, bitch. I took that way too seriously. Any sleeping hacks for when you have painful piercings that you tend to lay on? I've kind of found a way that I don't really lie on my ears as such. I kind of put the pillow above my head. So say there's a cushion here. I kind of have it more above here, so it's kind of on that part of my head. So my ears are kind of like, you know, intact. To be honest though, I can lean on this ear and it's perfectly fine. So I don't really have that much of a problem. I was told when I got my dermal conch punched through here that I wouldn't be able to sleep on this side anymore ever. Also, a lot of the time when I'm in bed, I don't generally use pillows. I sometimes just sleep on my hand like this. I really want to get a septum piercing in a month. Is it true that it hurts more afterwards or during? Can I honestly say, I don't know what it is about septum piercings. I mean, I know there is a sweet spot, and obviously in that reaction video, that person did pierce the cartilage, which you should not do unless requested. Septum piercings, to me, it was one of my least painful one I've ever had. Like literally, it was done within a second. There's like a tiny bit of skin inside here that it goes through. Literally like a wafer thin bit of skin that it goes through. And it just doesn't hurt and it healed really quickly. So for me, it just wasn't an issue. Have you ever got a piercing just because someone told you not to? That's incredible. Oh my gosh, so to be honest, a lot of my piercings are not done out of spite, but like most of my people in my life at the time when I started getting piercings basically told me not to. Some of my friends would say like, don't get your septum pierced, don't get things in your nose. Oh, don't have any more, don't have any more, don't have any more. Oh, you're gonna ruin your face. Oh, you're gonna do that. Oh, there's a reason they're not in my life anymore. I don't know if you've been asked this before, but what is your least favorite hate comment to get about your piercings? So a little while ago, I did do a video about annoying questions body modders get, like piercers people get. So you can go and watch that if you want. But I would have to say one of the worst things that I hate people saying to me is like, what's it like when you go through airport security? Or like, airport security must love you. They don't set off metal detectors. Like, I just spat everywhere to emphasize it. They don't set off metal detectors. Like, maybe some do in certain cases, but they don't set them off. The amount of people that have like studs earrings, like normal studded earrings all the time that would go through, if they were going off every 10 seconds, because so many people have them down, like how often do you think these things are going to be going off? Also, a stupid thing I want to mention, how often do you think I am flying that having piercings is hindering my life that much? Like, no. Go away. Have your piercings ever affected a relationship of yours? Like, has the significant other implied that you should take it out and that they would prefer you if you did? So, I mean, not to my knowledge, because my last two people I have been with me when I've had lots of piercings, so it's never been an issue. It definitely limits my options, so people don't find me as attractive like in everyday life, but to me, that doesn't bother me in a sense of like, I'm not already interested in you. I think if I was with someone and then they were saying to me, oh, I don't really want you to get any more, then there'd be an issue. People I don't know, people like potential boyfriends, like who I haven't even met yet or whatever, thinking to me that I'm not attractive the way I am. I'm like, well, trot along, bitch, because this is how I want to look and this is how I want to be. What do you think about body suspension? Do you find it dangerous or do you think it's okay? I've never actually spoken about that ever on my channel. So suspension is basically where people get these quite large hooks and they hook them in their back or their knees or their ankles. Like there's so many places where people get them done. Yes, through the ankles. I've seen a thing of someone hanging up on their Achilles heel, triggered. So they suspend themselves, they hang themselves up like hanging like from the knees or their stomach or whatever, like from, you know, on these like hooks. And it looks kind of scary and it looks a bit crazy, but a lot of people say they sort of like feel like a sense of euphoria when they do it. It gives them like a rush and a high. I think as long as you're safe and you know what you're doing and you're not just doing it by yourself in a back alley somewhere and you're getting someone just shoving needles in you without cleaning them and stuff, like, you know, power to you. If that's what you want to do, that's great. It's not hurting anyone else. I never understand this notion that people think they can tell other people what to do with their lives, or they can tell each other like, you know, you're doing something wrong, you shouldn't do this. Like, if you're not hurting anyone else and it's all consensual and everything's all done safely, like, why does it matter? Like, just because you don't like it doesn't mean everyone has to agree with you. Have you ever thought about training to become a piercer? You'd be amazing. I get asked this all the time from friends or just people in my life or just people I know. Like, people keep saying to me, why don't you become a piercer? I just wouldn't want that responsibility on me. I wouldn't want that, you know, the thought of maybe doing something wrong, you know, because it's impossible to be in any job and not make a single mistake. Like, everyone makes mistakes. I just wouldn't want that form. Like, I just wouldn't want that pressure of having to pierce someone and potentially damaging them for life. Like, that's too much pressure for me and I wouldn't like that. Also, I kind of fear that being around it constantly, 24/7, doing it, you might get a bit bored of it, and I like my piercings and I don't want to get bored of them. If anyone watching this happens to be a body piercer, have you found your love for it has slightly changed, or your opinions on them have changed? Like, you just, like, if you are heavily pierced and you're not so much anymore because, you know, you've done it so much? Yeah, tell me down below. How old should you be before stretching your ears or getting piercings? Oh, that's a good question. So, I mean, with your parents' consent, you can kind of get piercings when you're quite young. I'm not going to tell you that you can't get piercings. I think you just have to be very sure of what you're doing. If you are young, please think about what you're doing, because you've got to remember that you will be scarred. Things can last forever. Certain piercings, like I said before, I think I did a video, like my last piercing video, you know, things like cheek piercings leave permanent scars on your cheeks, massive dimples. They're hard to heal. You have to do all of your research. Please do your research if you're going to get anything done. I would say if you're going to stretch your ears, wait until you're about sort of like 16 or 17 by like that at the least, because again, if you stretch to a certain amount after 5mm, I think it's the biggest, 5 or 6mm, it's around that size, they're irreversible. And I think a lot of young people do stretch their ears quite a lot and then think, crap, I kind of don't want this now when they do get a bit older. After how long on average do eyebrow piercings reject? This basically depends on your own body and how you treat it. If you're catching it all the time, your body's more likely to reject it relatively fast. I know people who have had eyebrow piercings for like 10 years and they've never had an issue. Like, it honestly depends on your body, and there's not actually a thing that I can say this is the answer. If you treat it perfectly fine, you don't catch it, you know, you clean it all the time and it heals really nicely, you should be okay. When are you getting your nipples pierced, Roly? Oh my gosh, oh! I keep saying that I'm gonna get my nipples pierced and I keep putting it off because I'm so scared. How is the best way to wear earphones after getting pierced? As you probably can tell, I have quite a lot of piercings. And I actually don't use normal headphones. I can't use ones that go in the ears like the normal ones. The anti-tragus piercing here kind of like causes me the most problems when it comes to that. But I do actually use headphones that go right over my ears, that sit like over it like this. If you've just got a piercing, don't use headphones. You need to kind of wait for it to heal for a few weeks before you start wearing headphones, because the amount of dirt that's on headphones, a lot of people don't clean their headphones, and it's one of those places that people don't really think of, but there's so much dirt in them. So when you're putting them in your ears, like, you can put the dirt into your piercing. Obviously, if your piercing's like up here, you can wear headphones in here, it's fine. But like, if your piercing's like on your tragus or like your conch or something and you're putting a headphone in, you could be transmitting dirt. I just wear big ones over my ears just because they kind of drown out the noise of the desolate wasteland of humanity. When doing the taping method, how long are you supposed to wait until you apply more tape? So again, it's kind of how your body feels and how your body has been healing. Obviously, it will change depending on who you are. When I did mine, I stretched from a 6 to an 8. I can't actually remember how long it lasted between the two, but it was only like a couple weeks. Like, when it starts to feel like it's fine, it's not aching anymore, and it's perfectly fine if you move it or something, then I would put like another few wraps. I think if you want every like 2 or 3 days, if you want to add just one more loop round with a bit of tape, that's kind of okay, because the tape is so thin that it's literally stretching like a minimalistic part. So I mean, if you're just doing one extra loop round, you can probably do that a few times a week, to be honest. Listen to your body and watch what it's doing. So if it starts to hurt, stop. Like, just stop and let it settle for a bit and then carry on. I'm gonna leave it there for now. Make sure you do hit the like button and subscribe if you are new, because it does really help me out, and a big welcome again to all my new subscribers. subscribers. If you would like to get one of my trot along bitch t-shirts I have been wearing throughout this video, there is a link down below. Also, that you can get one of them. I love you so much. And yes, I'll see you all very soon. And like, comment, subscribe, and all the good kind of stuff. And be fabulous, amazing, we gave you everything you want to be. And don't let any bitch today take on you because you are flawless. Yes!